Hey there! Today I will show you how to make pumpkin pasta. It has nice yellow color, very rich pumpkin flavor, and it's very easy to make. Let's get to the recipe. For this recipe you will need raw pumpkin dices. This is pumpkin paste. It's very easy to make. You just take pieces of raw pumpkin, cook it in water with a little bit of water under a lid for about 7 minutes until tender, and then you strain it through a strainer with a big spoon. Pretty simple. Hard cheese, in this case it's cheddar. You can take any hard cheese, black pepper, coconut milk, or you can replace it with the heavy cream. And durum-wheat spaghetti. You can cook other types of pasta, not necessarily spaghetti, but yeah, I'm using spaghetti for this recipe. Durum-wheat is better because it has a better texture. If you want to define where it's durum-wheat, just read the cooking time. If it's like more than 8-10 minutes, that's durum-wheat. Spaghetti in this case is 8 minutes because they're thin. We're gonna make it al dente, a little bit crunchy in the middle, so it means that I'm gonna cook it for 6 minutes instead of 8, and 1 additional minute in the sauce. Overall it will be 7 minutes and we will have al dente spaghetti. Also garlic, onions and salt, that's pretty much it. I already prepared water for pasta. It should be extremely salty, 10 grams of salt for 1 liter of water. So I'm adding a lot of salt, bring it to a boil. I'm gonna cook pasta and make the sauce at the same time in order to save time. I start preheating the pan, medium heat, crush the garlic, cut the edges, and peel it. Then I cut the onion in small dices. Don't make them too large because this dish takes very little time to cook. Vegetable oil, garlic and onions. Make sure not to make them brown. You need to saute them, not to fry them. And just mix it for a while. At the same time the water is boiling, take the pasta without breaking it and just make this movement to put it inside. Wait for a few seconds and it will get soft, which allows you to put it inside completely. Don't break the pasta, it's really important. And also I can add the raw pumpkin dices. And slightly fry them. So spaghetti is getting soft, you can completely put them inside the pan. It's better to use a bigger pot. So I don't have one, but if you have a bigger pot, just use it. It will be better. It will be way easier to cook pasta in a bigger pot. You can use a stopwatch. I usually eyeball it. I feel when it's the right time. I can just taste it and define its degree of readiness just by that, like that. But yeah, you can use a stopwatch. Just set 6 minutes, then taste it. If it's slightly crunchy in the middle, it's ready. And yeah, now I'm going to fry it for 2 minutes, around 2 minutes. And I will add a little bit of black pepper. We don't want our pumpkin to be overcooked. It should be slightly crunchy in the very middle. So I'm gonna just fry it to extract all the flavors together with the garlic and onions. And then I will add a little bit of water and pumpkin paste and cook it in this to finish the sauce. Please make sure to mix the pasta from time to time, especially on the bottom, because the bottom is very hot. Basically all the temperature comes from the bottom, and if you don't stir it, it can get stuck to the bottom. Please make sure to mix it from time to time in order for your pasta not to get stuck. You don't have to boil it too much, just roll and boiling is enough. After frying the garlic for about a minute or two, it extracted all the it gave all the flavors to the oil. You don't need it anymore. Just use tweezers to remove it. If you leave it, it will not look good in the final dish. There's still some garlic left. And I'm gonna cook it for about 1 more minute. So it's been a minute. Right now I'm going to deglaze the pan with water. It's an important step, please do not skip it, because the bottom is very hot. If you put the pumpkin mash right away, it's gonna burn because it's very thick. So what I do by deglazing it with water is that it extracts, first of all, it reduces the temperature, it cools it down. Second of all, it extracts all the flavors, all the nutrients from the bottom. It's very easy to remove them with a spatula like that and give them to the sauce. And then I can add my pumpkin mash, and actually silicone spatula will do much better, so I don't want to leave any pumpkin there. At the same time I keep mixing my pasta. So I'm gonna cook it for about 3 more minutes, constantly stirring so it doesn't burn on the bottom, until the pumpkin dices are slightly crunchy in the middle. And I can see it's too thick, so I'm gonna just add a little bit of pasta water. It has some starch from pasta, and also it has salt. So simultaneously we adjust the seasoning and making it a little thicker. I just tasted the pumpkin, it's perfect. It has the structure that we need. Right now I add coconut milk. The spaghetti is around 3 more minutes. In any case, it's good to make the sauce in advance, because when your sauce is cooked, you can just turn off the heat and keep it on the stove. It's not gonna be a problem. So now it gets a really nice creamy texture. I'm not adding the cheese for now, because I will add it after adding the pasta and turning off the heat. I just tasted the pasta, it's al dente, almost al dente, it's good to go. Strain it, as you can see some of them got stuck even though I mixed them, so that's why it's so important to mix. And immediately add the pasta to your sauce. Thoroughly mix. I'm gonna cook it for 1 more minute. Then I remove the heat and add the cheese to thicken it. Mix it right away. The cheese will thicken the sauce, and the texture will be right what we need. Et voila! That's the pasta. Let me taste it. It has a really nice pumpkin flavor. It's salty enough, there is no need to add more salt. And the pasta is al dente, perfect, right what we need. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The pumpkin has texture, it's not mash. I can chew it, right what we need. That's it, and now I'm going to serve it. And here is the final plating. This pasta has a really good pumpkin flavor. It's cheap, it's easy to make, so you can try this at home. It's really good. That's it. That's the recipe. If you like the video, give it a like. You can let me know in the comments what you think about this recipe, and you can subscribe to my channel to see my new videos. Thank you for watching.